Hi friends, today we are going to solve problem on time and work. It's a very important topic as almost all exams contains question from this topic. So I'm going to show few methods which will be very helpful to solve almost all kinds of time and work problem. So let's start with first type. So the first type is, suppose we have given a question where it is mentioned a person A can do a work in X days and person B can do the same work in Y days, then how many days they will take if they work together? That is, if they are working together, how many days they will take? So for this type of question, we should always remember the formula will be this. So it means A plus B, if they are working together, they will take this many of days. So let's take an example here. Let's say X is 3, Y 6. Then how many days it will be? If they work together, how many days they will take? 3 into 6 plus 3 plus 6, which is 18, and 9, and it is 2. So answer will be 2 days. Okay. Similarly, if it is asked, suppose A takes X days, B takes Y days, and if C takes Z days, then if they are working together, how many days they will take? So for this, the formula will be this will be a formula. Okay. So now let's say example, we can take one example for this. Suppose X is 10, Y is 12, and Z is 15. So if a person A is taking X days, that is 10 days, if a person B is taking Y days, that is 12, and if a person C is taking Z days, that is 15. So if they are working together, how many days they will take? So it will be 10 into 12 into 15 divided by 10 into 12 plus 12 into 15 plus 15 into 10. So which will be 10, 12, 12 into 15, and then 10, and then this is 120 plus 180 plus 150, which will be equal to 450. So if you divide this, it will be 4 days. So answer is 4 days. So here I have shown you the two types. Now let's see the next type for time and work. So third type is based on the same previous types. Like suppose if it is given A plus B, means if the two person is working and they are taking X days, and a person A, if he is working alone, he is taking Y days, then how many days B will take to do the work? So for this type of question, just remember the formula will be x into y, these 2 days, and y minus x. So remember, you don't have to be confused here. Just remember that this will be always greater and this will be always lesser. So if you see any problem uh, anywhere, like suppose if it is given 2, it is given 3, don't go through, means even I am saying that don't go through the problems also. If you know, okay, this is given, so directly you have to multiply this 3 to the 6, and from greater you have to subtract the lesser. So it is greater is 3 minus 2 1. So here directly it will come to 6 days. So just remember this formula. If it is given 2 person are working and 1 person's days has given if he works alone, and you have to find the other person works alone, then use this direct formula. So now let's see the other type. So I think this type most of the students knows if they have already gone through time and work problem, that we have one general formula called M1 D1, then W2 M2 D2 W1. So basically what does this formula says, if there is a given a person is working for suppose number of days x days, and he finishes some work, so how many mens will be required to finish the work in this many days. So basically this formula is used on that type of question. So it is very useful. Just remember this one. I'll show how to use this formula later. Okay, so now let's move to next type of question. So here actually in this type we are using the previous methods and this method also. So now see this one. Suppose we have given a question like there are few men's, let's say, let's take it x men or y woman finishes a job in capital X days. Okay, and it is asked, let's say P men and Q women number of days. So what I am trying to say here, suppose if in the question it is given X number of men can finish a job in X days, or Y number of women can finish a job in X days, then you have to calculate the number of days taken by the P number of men working together with Q number of women to finish this job. So in this type of question, how we can calculate? So number of days, let's say it is Z. So Z will be directly, it's very simple. Just remember this and this, P Q, and here what is X days. So 1 by x, write it directly outside. I'm taking it outside. And what is here? X, y. So this formula will give you the number of days required by the P number of men's and Q number of women's to finish a job. So let's take an example, quick example here. So we can assume here, let's say this is 4, this is 6, and number of days, let's take 21. And here P, say P should be 6, then Q, let's take 9. Then how many days it will be? So just put in the formula 1 by 21, which is P is 6, then X is our 4, then Q is 9, and Y is 6. Okay, so you can cancel it out or directly solve it. You can cancel 2 to the 4, 2 to the 6, right? So it will become, I think now it will become more easy to solve because it is same. So it is which will be 7. If you solve this, you will get 7 days. So it's a very good approach to find the number of days. And even if in the question it is given something different, is like something is missing, so again you can find using this formula. So the next question which I am going to tell, that will use this method. How to use this method on the next one. So let's move to our next part. Okay, so this is very important. I think many people takes different approach to solve this problem. So we will do using shortcut method, and this is actually what I feel is very time saving approach. So let's see this problem. If the problem is mentioned X person, X men, let's take men only like previous example, X men and Y women. There it was or, here it is and, there is a difference. So please take care of that. They takes, let's say, X, capital X days, X days, and one more statement is given, P men and Q women takes, let's say, capital Y days. Then we have to calculate R men and S women, how many days they will take to complete this. We have to find this Z. So for this type of problem, always remember, okay, I'll show directly example how to solve this type of problem, so that will be good, I think. Okay, so let's take an example. So where we are saying six men and let's take 8 women take how many days? We can take 3 days, and 7 men and 16 women take 2 days. Okay, so we have to find 3 men and 4 women, how many days they will take. Okay, so we have to calculate here this part. So how we will approach this problem? So there is a very good thing in this problem that you can easily find. Just remember this, you have to equate these two equations. how you will do? Multiply this with this and this with these two. So see here how it will be. 3 6 18, 18 men plus 24 women. Equate it to this one. 2 7s are 14 men plus 16 to 2, 32 women. Okay, so men and women separated. So here it will be become 1 man equal to 24 is going there, so it will become 8 women. So it means 1 man is equal to 8 women, right? I think something is missing. 2 7 14. Sorry, it is 14 men. Yeah, it is 14 men. 14 men. So 14, 18 minus 14, 4 men. So it is 1 man equal to 2 women. So now we will use this formula to calculate this part. Just convert number of men, 6 men, 8 women. Together they takes 3 days. So convert men to women. So there is 6 men. It means how many women? 12 women. So 12 women plus 8 women. How many days they takes? 3 days. Okay, so which is equal to 20 women takes 3 days. For this question, we need to find for this part. So how many men? 3 men converted to women. So 3 men, 1 man is equal to 2 women. So 3 men is equal to 6 women. 6 plus 4, 10 women. So we need to find 10 women. How many days it will take? Just put this into this formula. 20 women, they are taking 3 days. So 10 women, how many days they will take? So it's simple, 6 days. So number of days is 6. So this is the way you can find easily this type of problem. So now let's go to the next problem, and that is seventh type. So I think this is clear to everyone. Now let's look to the seventh part, 7th type. If you are good, if you are smart and good understanding of this, and you have a good understanding, so you can use the previous methods in all the type of problems. And now there is a one last part I'm explaining here. This method is 7th, I think. Okay, so whenever there is given a question, like if suppose it is given a person A is thrice time good as B. So, and it is given if they are working together, they take X number of days, and it is asked if they are working alone, how many days they will take. So in this type of question, just remember number of days. You want to calculate how many number of days A will take if he works alone. So X is given, and how thrice, it is how much good? Thrice as compared to B, and here 3 plus 1. So number of days into thrice plus 1 by 3. So this will be the answer. So you just put x as a, let's take example x anything. You can take let's say x is 6 days. So a will take how many days? 6. This will be 4, 8 days. And b, always remember for b, just remove this part. X 3 plus 1. So x is 6, 6, 3 plus 1, 4, 4 6 are 24 days. And you can check here, 8 is 24. So this is very nice problem, and directly you can solve it without consuming more time. So in the next part we will see other problems, how to solve quickly. Thank you.